Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Taylor and today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to sit down and do my honest mid-year business review out loud with you. We are officially at the halfway point of 2026 and I think that this is one of the most underrated moments in the business year. Most people either skip right or over it or they use it as an opportunity to feel bad about everything they did not accomplish yet. And I want to offer a different approach. The mid-year reset, when you actually do it right, can be one of the most powerful things you do for your business all year. You know, I'm all about a quarterly reset, but there is something about doing like a full mid-year where you look back at the last 6 months instead of just a quarter. So today I'm going to walk you through the exact questions that I ask myself so you can see what it looks like in real life. Quick background, if you are new here, I'm Taylor, the owner of the Mompreneur Paper Co. We sell paper planners specifically for mom entrepreneurs. My first year, I started with the real estate edition because that was my background. And we added the Mompreneur edition year 2 to expand and help more mom entrepreneurs balance their business and family all in one. So this is year 3 selling the planners, and I'm so excited to see where the growth takes us this year. Okay, so let's jump in. The first question I always ask myself, let me back up. So I did my month in review for the month of what are we, May. And I'm using the back page. So I have an empty notes page. So if you have an empty note page on the back of your June, that is a great spot for it. If you don't have the planner, you can also just use a empty notebook sheet of paper and that will be just fine. So the first question I always ask is what actually worked in the first half of the year? Now, we're not just looking at the month, we're not looking at the quarter, we are looking at the last 6 months. And I want you to think about your wins, what worked, just all the good. Don't think about the bad, we'll get there, but I want you to focus on the good, the exciting, the wins. And here's a list of mine. So, building some great personal habits, my morning routine, reading nonfiction books every day, and scripture studies. I've streamlined my marketing so I can get clear on what I'm doing, what actually works, and what isn't. And also, another one is I'm almost sold out of my planner inventory, which is always so exciting. So, I want you to pause this video, answer these questions, and then when you're ready, press play again and we can move on. Okay, so the next question is what are some things that you're grateful for? And I want you to sit in it. What blessings have you seen over the last 6 months? What are you thankful for? What are you proud of? I want you to write it all down and sit in it. For me, I wrote my family, my friends, my mentors, the courses that I invested in, some really good books that have changed my life, my home, my family. I think I already said that. My husband got a new job, and that was a big blessing. So, those are just a few of the things that I've been grateful for. And there's a whole other list that I wrote that I'm not going to share, but that hopefully should give you some good ideas. Okay, and I also want you to think of what surprised you in a good way. Maybe one of the wins or the challenges that you overcame, maybe it surprised you. And I want you to sit in that. And what did you learn from it? What did you take away? I know for me, building these good habits that I've been working on, I realized that it really is like a mind over matter and it takes discipline, but you can kind of trick your brain into telling yourself that even if something's hard, you're going to do it anyway. Because I know your brain, it keeps you safe and in a comfortable place. So when I had to do uncomfortable things to overcome my habits, I kind of like tricked my brain. I'm like, no, this is easy. This is good. Like we can do it, or I'm going to do it, or waking up early isn't a big deal. Like I'm going to wake up happy and I'm going to be excited about it. And I did it. So it just really is a mind over matter. And that was something that surprised me. And it's really important for you to acknowledge all of it before we look at what needs to change. So lay it all out on the table. Okay, question 2. What didn't work and why? And this is the part that is hard to get honest, but you really, really need to. You don't have to share these answers with the class or your spouse or a friend. These can be only for your eyes. But really think about what didn't work and why it didn't work. What was the obstacle? What was keeping you from reaching that goal? Was it consistency? Was it discipline? Was it a life event? Was it lack of knowledge? Like, what kept you from getting there? Okay. And this isn't about beating yourself up. This is about understanding the gap between where you want to be and seeing where you can make smarter decisions in the second half. Was it a strategy problem? Was it a consistent perceived problem? So I know for me, when I wrote down what didn't work, I think a lot of it was issues with consistency. And I was like, okay, well, what was I not consistent about? And for me, it was marketing, but I like dug back deeper and I'm like, okay, well, here's the holes. Here's where I was stumbling. And I was able to really like iron out, okay, I wasn't consistent because of X, Y, and Z. And how can I make X, Y, and Z better? Okay, so that's where like I want you to like really dig deep and get honest and then like tunnel, like laser focus on why it didn't work. What was the reason? What can we do different? Okay, so question number 3, what do I need to let go of? This one is important. Our goals and our ideas that you're carrying from January that don't actually fit your life or your business or your lifestyle. Are you carrying too much? Are you stretched too thin? Like, let it go. Figure out what it is. Let it go. It is okay to release them. It isn't a failure. It's actually wisdom, because if you realize you're carrying something unnecessary like a burden or something that's weighing you down or taking your energy and it's not really serving you, it's great to identify it so that you can pivot and shift into something that does serve you, that does build your business, that allows you to spend more time with your kids and your family and doing things that you enjoy. Okay, question number 4, what do you want the last half of this year to look like? Get specific. What does success in December feel like? What do you want to have built or launched or grown? What do you want to experience by the end of the year? If it's number related, like write that number down. Be so specific so that when you get to that end of the year, you're like, oh, this was this is what I wanted. This is what success looks like. Be super, super clear. So for me, what we're doing on the last half of the year is we're launching the 2027 planner collection this fall, and we are so excited. And there's things that I did last year where I was like, oh, I do not want to do that again. And so we're going to make sure we're not going to repeat that. But the next few months, we're like laser focused on prepping all things launch so that when the launch happens, we're not scrambling last minute or getting burnout or making mistakes. We're going to prep it all through the summer. So when it's time to launch, everything is working like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so here's your homework for today. Grab your planner, grab a notebook, spend 30 minutes this week answering those 4 questions for yourself. What worked? What didn't? Why? What do you need to let go of? What do you want the next 6 months to look like? And that's it. That's the whole reset. Simple, honest, and it'll give you so much clarity going into the second half of the year. Drop a comment below. Tell me one thing that you want to accomplish by the end of 2026. I love hearing from you, and it helps everyone just hold ourselves accountable to just kind of make it public. Say like, I said that, so I've got to get it done. Anyway, I will see you in the next one, and I hope you have a great summer.